Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Well, Chris Wood here. Just jumped on here. I have to get some things off my chest, literally, and I just want to say congratulations to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for 3 years. This crime to me is done. The lies, time buying, cover-ups, arrest refusals, except for on your victims to deflect crimes. For 3 years, I've been injured, tortured, medically blacklisted, kidnapped, sex assaulted, laughed in my face over it by doctors, and then they tried to have me committed for it because of me being a man and who it was done by, their boss and co-offender. And this is a little bright. Their boss and co-offender. Sorry, I'm having problems with my computer here. Three years of being injured, tortured, medically blacklisted, lies against me stating that I have a long psychological record, excuse me, in history, and not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies against me to stop me from being taken serious about what has taken place with me, by whom, how, and why. Lies against me stating I have a long criminal record in history, and not true. I never been in jail. I never had no record until I was falsely charged by O.P.P and Lennox and Addington County General Hospital for wanting them charged to deflect their crimes against me for their crimes. I get numbed down and injured on a daily basis. My skull's been split. My brain has been seriously injured. I have what is called remote neuromonitoring use on me. And what it is military and police tech that is a nano microchip implant. And once it is inside somebody, it is to basically destroy their central nervous system on them. A destroyed central nervous system will lead to a lot of problems within a body, including brain. I am being broadcasted through from the remote neuromonitoring and other stuff 24/7 by O.P.P co-offenders, by Blair Hardy, by a guy named William Bill Wooldridge of 149 Center Street North. He is allegedly Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader. He is a sex offender. He is highly untouchable, highly unarrestable, to the point where police will surround hands on guns to prevent anything on him and them and anyone else involved in their crimes. There is also Blair Hardy. There is a Tyler Lake. There is a Jay VANALSTINE. They are all using this remote neuromonitoring on me and passing it around in hopes that I start picking up their consciousness, in hopes that I am not talking about what has taken place with me, by whom, how, and why. O.P.P are also putting illegal prisoner tracking on their victims for tracking, for framing, and for trafficking. They are human sex trade slavery traffickers, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders, financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, the lies, the time buying, the cover ups, the medical blacklisting and treatment refusals through your co-committing doctors at Lenox and Hennington County General Hospital. Dr. Tatiana V., the one that basically signed my death certificate for her girlfriend Stacy to assure that I would not be taken serious of the crimes against me and by whom, how, and why. Dr. Barton, the one that says that I need a psychiatrist or he will not talk to me or see me in any way, shape, or form, laughing in my face over being sodomized. Dr. Pritchard, trying to have me committed for being sodomized by cops and their boss, William Bill Wooldridge. $22,000 to arrest this son of a bitch. So they were involved. This is revenge retaliation against me. They were involved in human homeless trafficking out of a place called the Morning Star Mission here at the time, and homeless exploitation for monetary gain through charitable means. And as a result, I, at my previous address, was sitting out on Center Street and um, Bridge Street at the time at the lights by my previous address. Ex-O.P.P. chief went by in a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. He's done it many times. He's never waved before, but he waved at me this time, and I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him at the lights. They pointed something at me, and they shot it, and it went into my right ear. And that is when all of the problems medically and everything else, the lies, the cover-ups, the medical blacklisting, and all of it started. So, and that was because of me also speaking of William Bill Wooldridge stalking children here at Tim Hortons for him for the sex slavery. Threats and dangers to society are Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills 14716, ex-O.P.P chief here in NAPANEE, Staff Sergeants, Shannon CORK. She laughed in my face as I told her to arrest her boss as he went on and told me to file a report as he went on to stalk my mother with Blair Hardy, use remote neuromonitoring on her, and because of her age, the EMFs and radiation, it caused cancer, it caused tumors, causing her death, taking her life back in 2020. It was done with intent, and I will not be proven wrong. This is the police here you think you know, and how they are committing their crimes and going about doing it using inmates used for co-offenders that they will not touch. Today would actually be a good day to see some people get arrested for crimes that they are guilty of, but that's not going to happen. And I sure the hell am not going to go there and be shot for wanting it done. I cannot go to a hospital. I cannot get help. Right now, it feels like I'm getting air blowing through my body. I've been getting broadcasted through from the remote neuromonitoring pretty well since I woke up, by William Wooldridge, by Blair Hardy, a lot. Tyler Lake too, especially here on my left side. And Jay VANALSTINE, and a guy named Ray and Sam, and there is also another one named Mike. There is a BURT hustler and a Maggie Falls who is a pill dealer and also an undercover. Other police involved Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, he's the one that says he can F people, kill them, get away with it, money, badge, family on town council. His threat to me at the time, proven 100% right. So, and whether anybody thinks it or not, I am being murdered just because I've been doing these videos. Like, I am fighting this on a daily basis. I only have one lung now on my left side. My right side is completely screwed, it's gone. My kidney, last time I went to the hospital to try to get help, I went there, I registered, I was told to sit down and wait for a triage. I did that, nothing was said, nothing was done. I went and sat down, and next thing you know, co-committer, paladin security guard, a guy roughly about 24, 25 years old, and approximately 500 pounds, came out and basically told me to get the F out of there, that nobody was going to see me today calling me by my name. I never introduced myself to him. I am 50 years old. When you refer to me, you son of a bitch, you call me Mr. or you call me Sir. And I believe the reason he did do that is he was probably got a phone call from one of the cops stating that if he did help cover this up or kick me out, that he would actually get a job as a cop. So there is also like I said, Dr. Tatiana V. She's the one that basically signed my death certificate. There is Joy Hadley. There is Dr. Barton again, Dr. Pritchard again, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor. There's a triage nurse Terry, a triage nurse Tanya, and a triage nurse David. And like I said, Paladin Security. Then there is Hells Angels boss, Ontario chapter leader, 149 Center Street North, William Bill Wooldridge. There is Blair Hardy. There is Tyler Lake, Jay VANALSTINE. Like I said, Ray, a guy that has a white deaf pit bull here on East Street. There's a guy named Mike. He is homeless. He lives in a tent or a trailer here in town. There is a woman that lives on the corner of Center Street and Thomas side door entrance. She has blondish reddish hair, and it is a crack shack. That is where a lot of them hang out, between there and Water Street. Financial thefts and frauds, identity thefts and frauds, homicides with the intent to collect insurance on victims, framing victims, mentally injuring and torturing them, assuring that they cannot get help, so you assure these crimes against them. This is the shit I've been going through for the past 3 years because I spoke up and tried to save lives from police here in NAPANEE, and as a result, I became a victim of theirs and everybody else's. I have been seriously deformed. I've proven it to about 50. My skull has been about 50 different shapes and sizes. It's been flattened, it's been rounded out, it's been shortened, it's been elongated, it's been widened, it's been normal. So, and right now, my brain's been split. I'm getting what feels like air going through the right side of my fucking body. And there is nothing that I can do about this except for sit around and let it happen. I would go to the hospital and I would not be seen. It would just be Chris with a headache, or they would think that I am on drugs. I do not do drugs. I am against them, and everybody knows I am against them. I did do them at one point in time. I'm not perfect, and I overdosed from them. That was my wake-up call back in 2012. So I do not do them, and I am totally against them. I've lost too many friends and family from it. I've had lies against me stating I'm suicidal when I've been trying to save my life. My consciousness is gone. I have no stimulation in my head anymore whatsoever from being deformed, from being injured for the course of 3 years, having nothing but EMFs and radiation go through me. My body, when these bastards are broadcasting through me using this stuff, my body actually fills up with feces and urine, and it does come through my face and everything else. This whole right side of my face is completely and totally gone. I feel nothing at all. So, and the hospital here would obviously think that that is normal. I have probably lost about 3 inches off of my skull, and I can prove it 100%, regardless of what the hospital or doctors think. Apparently they're psychic. They can just look at somebody and they can tell internally what's going on. So I can't even control my own neck anymore. The whole this side of my face is going flat too, my left side. This is what I go through on a daily basis, and nothing I can do about it. I went to the hospital, I've showed them what's going on, and they just said your hat fits, you're fine. So this is the kind of treatment I get, or they lock me in rooms, or they treat me like shit, hoping I walk out, and when I do, they turn it around to make it look like I am refusing treatment, and that's not the case. I'm 50 years old, and I'm not going to be treated like a piece of shit and be called retarded and everything else by doctors who are superior and going on bullshit lies against me. Conveniently, I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to this happening to me. And then all of a sudden I had to start going all the time, and then I would go to different hospitals and I was getting, I seen your file, I seen your file. What the hell is that about? So yeah. The spot on the back of my head is completely is where I get everything from. I hope that was seen. So my identity theft is done, so congratulations to all you pieces of shit garbage involved with this. You're mentally fucking me up so everybody can get away with this, in hopes that I take on your consciousness, in hopes that I commit a crime, in hopes that I go crazy. It's not gonna happen to benefit all you pieces of shit garbage. They even have a justice of the peace here to make accusations against victims to refuse arrests on them. So this is the stuff I've been going through for 3 years. This is how O.P.P traffic their victims. This is how the police frame their victims, and this is how they are murdering their victims successfully, especially around here. Once again, threats and dangers to society are O.P.P, Spencer Mills, ex-chief, staff sergeants, Shannon CORK, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, SHELLEY HAFFNER, a mental health worker, was NAPANEE Daily Tea Company, now Kingston. Her name's STACEY. Her girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana V, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Ambimbola, Dr. Sue, Dr. Fardell, triage nurse Terry, David, and Tanya, and Paladin Security once again. What the hell? I just had what had looked like a tick. Yes, human trafficking can happen in any community. It can happen with any age or gender, and there is many ways to go about doing it. How O.P.P get away with their crimes that they're committing, not only do they lie, buy time, and get their victims medically blacklisted, they fry their victims' brains, they lobotomize them through the remote neuromonitoring through this tech to cause memory losses. So I'm 50 years old, and mostly the ones doing this to me are VANALSTINE and Tyler Lake, who are probably only in their 30s. William Wooldridge, who has a goatee, wears glasses now, is bald, usually goes to the loaf of nail here in NAPANEE or coffee cravings. There is this guy, his name is BLAIR. He is a serial killer. All the drugs here in NAPANEE that have been laced and sold is from him. This is William Wooldridge. It's now Bald Center Street and alleged Hells Angels, where BLAIR is alleged banditos. This is Tyler Lake. All of these people are unarrestable and untouchable. This is VANALSTINE. And there is many others. So, no matter what I do, I have tried to get legal help, medical help. My human rights have been taken, my legal rights have been taken, my medical rights, and everything else, so they can get away with this. After 3 years, you finally did it, you pieces of shit, garbage, terrorist. I am Christ Wood. I am living Holy Cross. I am living Wood Blood Crown. I am the Morning Star. And no, that has nothing to do with any kind of delusions or anything else. That's just me and me knowing spiritually who and what I am. And being when I was fully conscious and aware until all of this started happening. I have to write stuff down to remember shit. Not only are you guilty of doing this to me, you are guilty of murdering my mother, and you are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline. Lennox and Edmonton, Ontario Provincial Police, with the aiding of the doctors here, you all need to be arrested and criminally felony charged and answer for the crimes that you are guilty of. Kidnapping me 24 hours after asking for help back May 27th, 2021 through SHELLEY HAFFNER and her incompetency bullshit lies against me, and that was done to get my blood and my piss, which you did get. That was done in hopes to get me kept, so I would not be talking or showing what has taken place with me and by whom, how, and why. False arrests through the hospitals and doctors to deflect crimes against me, to give me a fucking record, to make me look like I am the one. No, I am the victim in all of this. Since 2019, I spoke up to try to save lives, and as a result, this happened to me. I have proven the remote neuromonitoring, and I have proven how it works. And all a person needs is cell phone, Wi-Fi, and computer. This is how they're making people believe, possibly that don't know about it. They're making people believe that they have mental illness when that is not the case. They possibly have this tech being used on them. It is also being used for invasive surveillance as well. They see everything I see, they hear everything I hear. They know everything I know. They're watching me do this right now, aren't you? William Wooldridge. Aren't you Blair Hardy? Aren't you Ray, Sam, Tyler, and the rest of you pieces of shit garbage? Alls I get is clicking back and forth in my ears. I've never had any surgeries prior to or after all of this starting either. So there was no problems whatsoever. Like I said, I hadn't had to been to a doctor or a hospital in approximately 7 to 10 years. Anyway, I should wrap this up. I just want to come on for a quick second, say this is done. After 3 years since 2019, you did it. To the ones named, you are guilty of murder premeditated and conspired with intent in the first degree. O.P.P. police named, and the doctors, and your boss, Wooldridge, Hardy, LACGH, and the rest, VANALSTINE. $300 a day plus all the drugs that they want and need. They get paid. So, congratulations, because this is done to me. I've lost my life, pretty much my consciousness. And even when I'm doing this, I have no more control over my neck or my head. You're completely fucking me by a bunch of punks who are O.P.P little bitches. And that's exactly what you are. I'm gonna get off here. I hope everybody's having a good day. Be safe. Families are murdered and missing. This is how some of it's being done by the police and their inmate co-offenders that they are using so they can play Pontius Pilate while being guilty, refusing arrest, being associated to Russell Williams, serial killer, copycats, not having to answer for anything, false arresting your victims. So if anybody's been charged by these people around NAPANEE that sees this, fight it, because it's illegal unless they can 100% prove it. Fight it because it's illegal. They false arrest their victims just to get criminalized victims and to get away with their crimes. I've proven it. They can prove the changes and everything to me that's happened. All they have to do is get my prints or my pictures that they got from December of 2021 after me being falsely charged. That was done for this, to get my pictures, my prints, my signature for the forgeries, framings, and fraud, and for this identity theft against me when the time is right. I read as Wooldridge because of the remote neuro monitoring on me, and hopes I take on his personality, the delusional piece of shit who is a heroin addict, highly psychotic. He also thinks he's Harry Potter, has to prove nothing because he owns the police here. Chris Wood, love all, hate none, be safe. Watch yourselves, watch your children, and this is very, very serious.